Hi everyone, this is Palladian Star Healer and welcome to today's Tarot Tales. So today's Tarot Tale is the Devil. So I'm going to tell you a tale about the man that's in this card. So there was a man named Richard. He was ambitious, very driven. He always felt that in order to be happy, one needed to have money, to have a luxurious life. He was very into being self-indulgent. Anything he saw, like, it was just like he had no way of having like that kind of self-control. Like if he saw something, he wanted it, and that went for like money, women, drugs, alcohol, like whatever he saw. If his mind was like, I'm gonna take that, I want that, he would go for it, even if it was toxic to his body or to his own like wellness. So he lived a long time being that way. We're talking about a man that was like in and out of relationships, had many wives, had a lot of children as well. And even though, like, his wives, people in his life would tell him, you need to change, you need to choose a different lifestyle for yourself. For him, for Richard, it didn't matter. It was something that it was so normal to him that he just felt like he was just living life, and there was nothing wrong with him living life. He always considered everyone to be boring instead. So he lived his life pretty recklessly until one time he went to Las Vegas, because he'd always been curious about Las Vegas, because it's the city of sin. So he went and he just could feel the energy of the place, where there was just no rules, and you can just walk in the street, you can drink and, see women nude, and, there was just no restriction. And he felt like he finally found his place where he could just be himself. So after a long night of hanging out, gambling and drinking, he met a couple of people who were also on the same type of path that he was, always, drinking and just having a good time all the time, no balance whatsoever. So they get into his car, and they start driving, and they laughing and drinking, and then, he's not familiar with the place, with the city, and he don't realize that he turns into a do not enter, street, and he's just there, talking to his friends, chattering, and they get into a horrific car accident where the people that were joining him passed away. And it was by luck that he managed to live through that accident, because the car was completely totaled. A lot of people got hurt, and there was even one death from his recklessness. So he was in the hospital for a while. The police came, and of course, he had to pay for his recklessness, his just choosing the path that he chose. And then, knowing that he had to pay for that, those consequences with jail time, he was able to sit there and then think of what would have happened if I would have been different. Or then he started to remember everyone else's advice, being different, changing the ways that they that he was and just trying to leave that kind of lifestyle behind, but he didn't listen, because he felt like that was him. And I feel like it was also difficult for him, because that was just part of his personality, he was just very self-indulgent. So the Devil card teaches us about old habits and behaviors that are very destructive to ourselves and to our lives and to the people around us. It also reflects on addictions such as alcohol and drugs, or being addicted to spending, or just or perhaps even emotions, like being self-indulgent, being addicted to the nightlife and just a life of chaos. And it shows that if we don't break free of those kind of self-sabotaging behaviors, like Richard here, we can wind up paying for it more than what we bargained for. Okay, so that is today's Tarot Tales. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe, like, and share. You can join me on my other social media platforms in Facebook and Instagram at Palladian Star Healer. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for another tarot tale. Bye-bye.